Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny content-related video on the reference to XUR's Day Reviews. Now, XUR Day comes around once a week, and we go over XUR's location, inventory, and tell you guys what you should and should not buy from XUR. So, if you all are new to this series, check the channel every single Friday. Remember, every single Friday we do this, and it's going to be videos based on XUR's location, the inventory items that XUR carries, and this is going to be episode 9. So it's been 9 weeks since the Rise of Iron expansion launched, and we decided to do this series. This series is going to continue, and if Destiny 2 comes out and XUR is in Destiny 2, we will also be doing it inside of Destiny 2, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe for daily Destiny content, and enjoy XUR's Day Reviews. But today, let's go to XUR's location over in the reef, inside of his little cubbyhole. The tentacled bastard is located over here. If you go and look into his inventory, you'll notice he's got the exotic legacy engram for the body armor. You've got the Eternal Warrior helmet for Titan. You've got the Knucklehead radar for the Hunters, Impossible Machines for the Warlock, and Suros Regime. You've got the Born in Fire ornament for the Young Wolf's Howl, the Shock Hazard ornament for the Zala's Supercell, and then you've got the standard stuff down here. Now, if you guys are new to the series, use Motes of Light to level up your weapons and your armor pieces very fast. If you want to level up a faction like Dead Orbit or Future War Cult or New Monarchy, you're going to want to use the Heavy Ammo Synths. Or you can just buy Heavy Ammo Synths if you're going to use it inside of the raid. Then, you're going to also want 3 of Coins for farming exotics, and the Glass Needles to re-roll any of these exotics up here with new perk stats. The 3 of Coins and the Glass Needles in hand work really well together, because sometimes you'll get an exotic that you would want to keep but it has bad stats. You can use the Glass Needles to change that around. Then you've also got the Emerald Coil, and you've also got the Plasma Drive for the blue sparrows inside of the tower if you want to change them to legendary sparrows. First off, the legacy engram for the body armor exotic. This is only going to be year 1, so if you purchase one, buy one at a time. If you're missing a year 1 exotic and you're missing the chest piece, you'll be guaranteed 90% of the time the one that you're missing, so buy one at a time, and hopefully you get the one that you're missing. Next up, Eternal Warrior. Honestly, we're gonna skip the armor pieces right now, because it's a little complicated on which ones you should get and which ones you shouldn't get. Suros Regime though, let's go straight to the weapon. The Suros Regime, honestly, for year 3 meta, isn't very good, and I honestly wouldn't recommend getting this exotic. If you're missing the exotic and you're a collector, definitely buy it, but honestly, if you're not missing it, then you're not going to use it and you don't have it yet, you really shouldn't be buying it from XUR. It's really not worth the time, especially in this day's meta inside of PvP. I don't like it. Some people use it still, but it's still not like it used to be in year 1. Therefore, I honestly wouldn't use it. Next up, Impossible Machines. This exotic I would definitely buy. Why? Because I'm a Warlock Guardian and I like running Warlocks, and I like being able to have landfall. And the Lightning Rod allows you to get landfall for free, allowing you on the Warlock subclass to get the Storm Trance and use the perk Superconductor. Doubles your Storm Trance's lightning chaining capabilities without using landfall, but you can still get this perk unlocked because you're using the exotic known as the Impossible Machines right here. So basically you equip that and you've got landfall. So, moving on though, it also ends up having a couple perks on it that would work for the Crucible as well. You've got the Impact Induction, bonus grenade energy on melee hits, and Warlocks like using their melees an awful lot. Then you've also got the Snap Discharge, which increase your melee attack speed. Both of these would be fairly good to run with a Stormcaller, especially since Stormcallers have the longest distance range melee in the game. You've also got Intellect, which is always good for a Stormcaller Warlock, and you've also got Strength. Strength isn't important. I'd rather switch that out for Discipline, but that's what the Glass Needles are for. Now, the Machine Gun Loader, that would also be a very good one to use inside of the Crucible. You've also got Auto Rifle Loader if you wanted to use that. So, should you buy the Impossible Machines? I would definitely rate this a 8 out of 10 exotic to buy. Not the most important one to get for the Warlocks, but it's definitely one of those ones you'd like to have in your inventory. Knucklehead radar, on the other hand, for the Hunters. Is it important to have this one? Honestly, I would like to go over these perks first. Sensor Pack. Radar remains visible while aiming any primary weapon, meaning the Outbreak Prime, meaning the Burning Eye Adept from the Trials of Osiris, meaning the Hawksaw, even the hand cannon from the raid. It doesn't really matter what primary you're using, the radar will always be visible. Is that important? Well, you can use it with the Golden Gun, the Blade Dance, or the Night Stalker, so it's actually a fairly versatile exotic to use with the Hunter. So that does bring up the popularity of the use of this weapon, or excuse me, exotic armor piece. It does have Discipline and Strength, which is okay for a Hunter build, and it's got Inverse Shadow, Ashes to Assets, and then it's got Infusion. So the Ashes to Assets and the Infusion is good for PvP, and it's useful for the Golden Gun, the Blade Dance, and the Night Stalker, but is it really that valuable? Honestly, I would rate it a 6 out of 10. It's actually not that important to run. It is good, especially if you do rely on your radar, because some people run the Might of Multi-Tool just for the third eye perk, but now you've unlocked that third eye perk for free, and it also works on any primary weapon, allowing you to be versatile inside of the Crucible, and you can use it with any of your subclasses. So I do give this a 6 out of 10. Next up, Eternal Warrior. Should you get it? Well, it's not the most important one for the Titans, and I would honestly rate this a 6 out of 10 as well. So, Resolute. Gain Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. Now, Unstoppable, it's not really that important to get rid of Unstoppable and use a different perk underneath that skill tree for the Titans, but you do have the ability to remove Unstoppable from your skill tree and still unlock it using another perk inside of your Fist of Havoc spot. So, if you're running Fist of Havoc and you're running that Striker Titan, and you want to get Unstoppable but you want to use something else, this exotic is for you. It does have Strength and Intellect. You would want Intellect and Discipline instead, but that's okay. You can re-roll this with Glass Needles. You've also got the Inverse Shadow, which not too great unless you're running in PvE events like the Strike or the Raids. Then you've also got gain bonus super energy from heavy weapons kills on minions of the darkness. Still a PvE event. And then you've got Innervation, which bonus grenade energy on orb pickup, which would be okay, I guess. You could definitely use that shot grenade with the Innervation, and it would help really well in PvP or PvE. So, I would restate that 6 out of 10 on this, and I would go with a 5 out of 10 on the Eternal Warrior. So once again, thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you for watching this series. The most important thing you would want to buy, if you're a Warlock, Impossible Machines. I would not recommend the weapon of this choice, and I would also highly discern you from buying the Knucklehead Radar or the Eternal Warrior. Those two exotics aren't that great, but they could be used fairly well in certain builds inside of your Hunter or your Titan. So be careful with what you buy this week. Thank you guys for watching this series. If it helped, drop a like, share it with your friends, and again, Guardians, I'll see you all Starside in the next video.